A traffic stop spirals out of control when a man claims he doesn't consent to police authority. Tension builds as officers pull him from the car while the court debates whether fear or defiance drove his actions. But just as a judge weighs bond reinstatement, a bigger question looms. Can he be trusted to follow the rules?
Good morning, Mr. Daly. What would you like?
So, Judge, two things. I've talked to Madam Prosecutor on this case, Judge, and I'm approaching on two things. One, bond reinstatement, and PC on this case, Judge. She and I have already discussed it on this case, and we just both want you to hear the PC if we can, Judge.
Okay.
And then on the bond reinstatement as well, Judge.
So officers initiated a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas for a vehicle having a fictitious plate bearing the word traveler on it. During the stop, the defendant refused to provide.
Traveler. Okay.
During the stop, the defendant refused to provide ID or insurance information, stating, "I do not consent to this." Officer attempted to remove the defendant from the vehicle, and defendant actively resisted by pulling his arm away from deputies until he was detained.
Okay. Tell me what.
So we looked at, Madam Prosecutor, the interference with duties of public servant, Your Honor. Even if my client is failing to give them that, then it is an arrestable offense. But in this situation, it is, Judge. However, in this particular situation, he didn't interfere with anything in terms of his own arrest. I can, if it was a resisting or something to that effect, I can.
They're just trying to get him out of the car.
I don't
And
disagree.
It's classic sovereign case where got the license plate, think that traveling by right is what I think how they term it.
In this situation, Judge, and the reason I'm employing upon the court is, even from what Madam Prosecutor has seen on the video, they're pulling and tugging at his arm, which put my client in some fear. It was more than one officer. It was pretty.
But he still has a duty. If they're asking you to come out, they can lawfully do that. And there are videos, and go on YouTube, right? There are hundreds of videos where officers will literally destroy your car to get you out. When you get into a pissing match with a person who has the power of arrest, who's going to win, Mr. Daly?
We don't disagree, Your Honor.
Right. You know what I mean? That's real life.
We don't disagree, Your Honor. I think under the circumstances of what actually happened, it was not Mr. Daly's position to resist or to interfere. That was not. He was concerned for his safety at that point. And actually, I don't know, did you hear that on the video? Right. And so in reviewing the video, it was pretty quick, pretty brash. They didn't give him an opportunity to respond per the prosecutor. In this situation, it wasn't as if he was intentionally
Remember, this is just a mere probable cause.
Yes,
So,
Your Honor, I agree.
they ask you to come out of the car one time. Yeah, it's really, so, I think that there's enough probable cause to go forward now. The problem is, Mr. Daly, is that we revoke your bond. Your bond is set at 2501, and you've continually failed to appear. So, the case and the way that you've treated us, it shows me that you just refuse to accept authority. How are we supposed to deal with that? How do we deal with that, Timberland?
Your Honor, the only reason I bring to your attention is I asked the court to take into consideration, we have a Black male works every day who, and I hate to put that on the court, but I do in this particular climate, that has never been in contact with any particular law enforcement court system. And from what I can see and what I hear out here from a lot of my Black male, and I'm sure it's common knowledge, is that because they are unfamiliar with the court system, they don't know, number one. Number two, when they do come in contact with police, and my mother is assistant chief of police. So I can understand, even when I was younger, I was taught that there are certain things that you have to do with when a police officer even stop you on a speeding ticket. What we don't know is whenever these officers come up, when you're somebody who don't have the privilege of having a police officer as a parent, or who isn't familiar and is being raised in this particular climate and seeing what they see on TV and seeing what they hear and everything that has occurred, you don't know what the proper steps are. I was trained from when I was grown up what you do. I'm not saying that what he did was right or wrong. I'm not saying that how he reacted to this particular court, it is wrong. However, I'm employing upon the court to ask the court to take into a little bit of consideration. Number one, from his perspective, all defendants, can't just say this, but I do see that, from what I've known from this particular case and now in talking to him, I do believe that there is a sense of sometimes they just don't know. Sometimes they just don't. So I'm asking to reinstate his PR bond. I am now on the case. What you know about me, I'm a tight attorney. I run a tight ship. So, and by which of way I believe I can reach him and getting him to court and resolving this matter, which is what I talked to the prosecutor about when you were on break. It's like, let's just resolve this. Let's take care of this.
I'll buy it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm not going to do this again, though. I promise you. I don't care whoever you have. If you flake on us again, that's 3 times. It's out. I'm not going to do it again. Do you understand, Mr. Daly? I mean, when you come to court, good things happen. When you don't show up and you continually do it, you can't expect good things to happen. Now, do you have a Texas driver's license?
Not right now.
You're not allowed to drive.
Right.
You have a bond condition and you've signed an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. I don't care how you term it. Driving, traveling, however you're going to word it, whatever you do not get into the driver's seat of an automobile, a motorcycle, anything with a combustible engine where you can get on the road unless you have approval from us. Do you understand? I don't care that you have to work. I don't care if you have to go to church. I don't care if you're going to a funeral. I don't care if you're going to wherever it may be. Do not drive. Do you understand? Heed this warning. You're not going to get another one. Okay, Timberlake,
Thank
I'll
you.
reinstate the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I'll talk to her. We were going to try to talk to Chief, but it's pretty busy
I
today.
think the case is only 3 months old,
Yes,
so
sir.
you've got time. You can do whatever you want.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court now, but you must stay in touch with her and she'll tell you when you got to come back to court. If she comes back and tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games or you've gone AWOL or whatnot, or you get arrested for something else, all bets off. We good? I'm not asking for much, man. Really. And for future reference, when you get into a pissing match with someone with the power of arrest, you are nearly always going to lose. It's just the way it works. And as a young Black man in today's society, you got to be extra special careful because things can go really wrong really quick. And there's evidence of that over and over and over. Okay? All right. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you. You want to show this to Chief?
Yeah, I just never.
Thank you.
Of course.
You're Stephen Benito. Mr. Benito, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On 4/29/2024 in Harris County, Texas, officers observed a vehicle run a red light and they attempted a traffic stop. The vehicle evaded for 0.59 miles, speeding 63 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone before crashing into a tree. The driver detained the defendant got detained and was sent to Woodland Memorial Hermann Hospital for his injuries. Officers recovered a bag from the vehicle containing a firearm. So he ran a red light, they attempted a traffic stop, he evaded for 0.59 miles, and then they found a firearm on him.
Where was it?
Tumble.
Don't say anything.
He was traveling southbound in the 29800 block.
No. I mean, like, where was the gun? I guess, yeah. No, it's a company in the felony. Mr. Benito, I'm going to find that the probable cause is I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, sir?
Inside the center console.
17. What do you do for a living, sir?
Now work. Company.
Are you in high school?
Online school. Online school.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm enrolled in online school.
Okay, I'm sending you for a drug test. And I don't want you to smoke weed. I don't want you to use alcohol. I don't want you to have any weapons. Do you understand? Do you have a Texas driver license? You're not allowed to drive. You will be signing a promise with me today, Mr. Benito. I want you to understand that I take it extremely serious. You are only 17 and you're starting your life out now. You have an open third-degree felony. You're looking at up to 10 years in prison. This is not a good way to start life, man. Really. You have your whole life ahead of you, and I'm going to tell you, you end up in prison, it's a veritable nightmare. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that you go on the up and up. I want you to stay in school. That's also a condition of your bond. Do you understand? I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm giving you a curfew as well. I'll give you a lawyer today, but we're going to work hard and fast to make sure that you go on the up and up. You understand? No more weapons and no driving. Who are you here with today? How'd you get here? Okay, don't drive. I'm not asking much.
Judge, it was in the center console. I just need to review the report.
Okay. This is an affidavit. This is a promise that you're going to make to me. And if I find that you drive, and I'm telling you, I don't care what your reason is, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. The problem with driving without insurance, Mr. Benito, is that if you get into an accident, and let's say you kill someone in that accident, who do you think they're going to come after? Right. No, not after you. They're going to come after the deep pockets, which are probably mom and pop. You don't want that to happen. You understand? Come on. So let's send him for a drug.
So far, a young man's sovereign citizen stance collided with the harsh reality of authority, leaving the court divided. The judge grants a second chance, but with stern warnings. One misstep and it all comes crashing down. Yet the courtroom isn't done because the next defendants bring even more chaos, danger, and youthful recklessness to the stand.
Guess we'll have him come back, appoint a lawyer now, and then we'll get with the lawyer to see how we go forward with. Happy with you, Mr. Jones. You've now picked up a third case. You now stand charged with failure to identify oneself. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On December 5th, 2024, officer initiated a traffic stop on defendant's vehicle for failure to display a front license plate while he was driving in the 5900 block of Mercer Street in Harris County, Texas. Officer made contact with the occupants and detected an odor of marijuana emitting from the driver's side window. All three occupants were detained for a PC search. The defendant provided the name of Kendrick Johnson with a date of birth of 8/30/2006, which returned with nothing. Officer used a mobile AFIS device and found defendant's real name to be Jamarcus Jones with the date of birth of 8/30/06.
I ordered you as a condition of your bond, and you promised me when you got here last time that you would not drive. Stop. Did you say that he was a driver here? Stop. Don't say anything. I don't want you. Don't. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. I was under the impression, Rosette, that he's driving here. Is he not?
There were three occupants in the car, Judge. I'm trying to see if they clarified. He was a passenger. He was the front passenger, Judge.
Okay, so tell me, let's do a deeper dive.
Sorry?
Let's do a deeper dive. So they pull him over.
Because the.
He's the passenger.
There was an odor of marijuana detected.
So what happened next?
So they detained all three occupants for
Okay.
a probable cause search.
All
The
right.
driver was identified by his driver's license, and the front seat passenger, which is the defendant, provided the name of Henry Johnson. And a mobile AFIS revealed that that wasn't his true name. And so he was charged with failure to ID.
Do we have any co-defendants in this case?
Yes, John Burns.
Okay. So what's the cause number on that?
On that one?
Yeah.
It's 25-417-01. That's in court 15.
Okay, is there a third co-defendant as well? Okay. Mr. Jones, I'm glad that you're not driving. Regardless, you've picked up a new case. I don't know what we're going to do, but normally when you pick up a new case while you're on bond, we revoke the bond on the old case. So, I mean, it goes with you. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. We'll figure out how we go forward. But for now, I'm going to take you in. I'm going to appoint your lawyer. We'll see how we go forward. But you're supposed to behave yourself while you're on bond. You've now picked up a third case. You first have a felony theft. You got a second case, and now you've picked up a third case. It goes with you. Can you please, one number one? Hi.
Good to see you, Judge.
You too.
I'm here on Mr. Benito, Benito. Young man got appointed in this case this morning. And he's present here in the courtroom.
Okay.
A couple things, just a little bit by way of background. The state and I have talked about what I think may be some issues in the case. I think as far as a bond condition, he was sent over for testing. I think this is his first appearance here. My understanding is the results of the testing came back positive for marijuana. I've talked to him about the importance of not having that issue moving forward. So we're aware of it and we'll address that. I talked to the state about what I think is a legal issue that exists in the case. I don't know that it exists from a probable cause standpoint at this moment, because I don't know that the officers had enough in the way of developed facts. The interesting issue is our chapter 4602 statute about unlawful carrying of a weapon does not apply to a person who is traveling under the code. And, but I think that requires some factual development that was not within the officer's purview at that time. So I won't belabor the court with all those details.
Okay.
He's got the felony charge that's still pending. But we're aware and will not have.
And I think it's did you say it's 0.5 of a mile for the evading?
It's about a half mile. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was something like 0.5. You said something like that. All right, Mr. Benito, we're not asking much. Don't use marijuana. I'm telling you now, you will be tested in 45 days. If you continue to use, what happens?
You understand, Judge?
You understand? Okay, I'm not asking much. Stay in school. Try to be the best person you can. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't drive because you don't have a license, and don't use marijuana. That's it. Were there co-defendants in this case?
No, that I see.
Okay.
Judge, I just put it together. 0.5 is a half a mile. But my math is slow.
They
so-
say 5.
0.59 miles, half mile, a little over half mile.
Ay. Okay. Be good. It's not hard. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
All right, kids.
Thank you.
Have fun. All right, Mr. Trevor. Do you mind getting a cell phone, please? Do you have a pen or do you need one? I need your cell phone so I can give it to the lawyer. If you look on the TV, that is Mr. Gregg, who's been appointed to represent you. Your cell phone, please. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with them, Mr. Trevor. Thank you so much. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him. You know what the expectation is here. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not asking for much. I want you to be the best person that you can be. Believe it or not, we want to help you. We want to make sure that you amount to something in this life, not just do something. Do better. Be better. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, if you pick up a new case, you violate conditions, I'm going to revoke the bond. It's very possible you will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? You got out of jail because you were given a free bond. But for those who are dangerous and for those who continue to violate laws, they usually do not continue to get PR bonds. I want you to know that. And I want you to know that we're going to protect our city at all costs. So what we'll do now is, have we had him sign a reset yet, Victoria? Mr. Trevor? Okay, so we'll just have you step outside. You'll be able to talk to your lawyer, and after that, you'll be free to go. All right? Okay, man. Greg, did you want to say anything?
No, just call me. We'll speak about your case. I'll look at everything. Was PC found already, Judge?
Yes.
Okay. No, yeah, I got his number. I'll shoot him a text right now. And then
I chatted you his phone number there. His phone number will be on your reset so that you will also have a copy of it as well. If you ever have any issues, if you lose your paperwork, if you're unable to get a hold of him, if you ever have a problem, all you have to do is come back here and we can help you out with whatever you need. If you need resources, whatever it may be, come back, ask, and we can help you out. But communication is key. If you don't communicate, we just can't help you. All right? Okay, man.
Judge, how much time did you want on that?
The courtroom opens with a storm of tension. A man named Mr. Daly faces the judge after a chaotic traffic stop, where his refusal to show ID escalated into a struggle with deputies. His defense argues fear, not resistance, drove his actions, painting him as overwhelmed by authority rather than openly defiant. But the prosecutor counters with hard facts. He refused lawful commands, and his bond has already been revoked due to missed court dates. The judge's frustration is clear. Authority must be respected or chaos follows. Here, the drama intensifies. The defense pleads for understanding, framing Daly as a working black man unfamiliar with the justice system, someone who panicked in a climate where police encounters often end badly. The lawyer insists he can keep his client in line, promising the court discipline and accountability. After a heated exchange, the judge relents. Bond reinstated, but the warning is sharp as a blade. Miss one more court date, drive illegally again, or defy orders, and the mercy vanishes instantly. It's a rare reprieve, but one hanging by a single thread. Then the gavel moves on, ushering in new cases, and with them, even more reckless choices. 17-year-old Stephen Benito enters next, charged with unlawful weapon possession after running a red light, fleeing police at dangerous speeds, and crashing his car. Officers found a firearm in his vehicle, raising the stakes from teenage recklessness to potential felony disaster. The judge stares him down, reminding him that prison looms if he doesn't change course. With blunt gravity, the court imposes conditions: no weapons, no alcohol, no marijuana, and no driving. For Stephen, this moment could be the line between a wasted youth and a second chance. But the parade of troubled defendants doesn't stop. Jamarcus Jones, already facing prior charges, compounds his record by lying about his identity during a traffic stop. The courtroom tightens as the judge explains the harsh reality. Each new mistake stacks higher consequences, and his bond could collapse entirely. Jones tries to defend himself, but the judge's patience wears thin. Bonds exist on trust, and trust erodes with every violation. Case after case, the courtroom becomes a stage where choices collide with consequences. Some defendants plead ignorance, others youth, others fear, but the judge's message never wavers. Authority is not optional. Bonds are not free passes, and every action taken outside these walls reverberates back inside them with crushing weight. As the session closes, the judge reflects not only on law, but on life itself. He warns that one bad choice, one reckless act, can derail an entire future. He urges the young men before him to see beyond the adrenaline of defiance, beyond the fleeting bravado of resistance, and to grasp the reality. The system is watching, and mistakes here can cost a lifetime. In the silence that follows, one truth lingers like an echo in the chamber. Every second chance is fragile, and in this courtroom, redemption comes only once.